Okay, so I can unequivocally say GoPro sucks. Unbelievable. Anyways, today's gonna be my 1K review. Why is this not starting? Am I doing something wrong? Am I? No? Why is this not? Wow. Alright, yeah, so it's been a while. So much so, I don't even know where the starter button is. Unbelievable. Explorer mode. Anyways, it's gonna be my 1,000 mile review. You're probably wondering, how come it took you so long to ride 1,000 miles? And I would agree, it took a very long time, but I've been busy with other things. Alright, I'm gonna go on a ride and try to go over all the things that I think that you should know about the things that I got and how I feel about it. See if I remember everything, and if I do the video editing correctly, it's gonna look pretty good. At least that's my prediction. If you've followed me from day one, you may be aware I've improved quite a bit in terms of my my editing abilities. I'm not I'm not saying that I'm great, but I'm getting better. I'm just waiting for it to warm up here. Also, the weather hasn't been that great for a while now here in California, Northern Cal. It's been raining quite a bit, cold and whatnot, so here we go. I don't even know what kind of tire pressure I have. Oh, it's been a while. Okay, let me start off with some of the just stuff that's standard with the bike. I think the tires are plenty good. I did a little bit of off-roading, and that's it seemed to be sufficient for that. I plan to do more off-roading, but for what it's worth, I think the tires are fine. If you want to upgrade it, I wouldn't upgrade it right away. I would wait a while. So much of what I'm doing is I'm going to wait till these wear down quite a bit, and then probably go for a little bit more of a off-road bias tire. Somebody suggested a combination, and I thought that was good enough, so I might go with that. The mirrors, I think they're really good. I don't think you need to upgrade them. I think ram mount is the choice most people go with. I think they're ugly. I really do. I think they're super ugly, even though they're probably whatever great mirrors, and they fold in, and they, you know, they bend when you crash and all this stuff, but fuck, they're ugly. So I don't recommend those. And if I do fall and these break, I probably will end up getting something, but I'm going to try to find one that looks better by far. I think those are just butt ugly. That's where form follows function for sure. Just, to me, just ugly. Handguards, I upgraded mine. I don't think the handguards that are stock are good enough. I think if anything they're just wind protectors. So I say upgrade them. I know that Bark Busters makes one that everyone seems to be putting on, and that's probably the one you want to go with. I went with the SW Motec one off their site because I bought it with all the other things I bought. At the time, I don't think Bark Busters made a version, but now they do. That was the other thing I noticed, is there's a lot of aftermarket products for this bike that wasn't available when I started buying stuff for my bike, and I don't think I would have changed too much differently, even with the handguards, because these handguards I think look kind of cool. So I don't think I'd necessarily go with the Bark Busters, although I think it's a wash between this one and the Bark Busters. The engine guard or crash bars, I don't know what you would call those, but I went with the SW Motec. There's a bunch that are available. I haven't fallen on the bike yet or dumped the bike. There's a couple opportunities that I had for sure, but I haven't done it yet. So in terms of functionality, I think they're fine. However, I will say I don't think they look that good, or they take away from the look of the bike, the narrowness of the bike, and that's something I have noticed. That I think that if you're not riding off-road that much, and when you do go off-road, you're not really, you know, you're doing crazy stuff, I don't think you need crash bars. And I kind of think if I were to do it all over again, I would have not gotten the crash bars, knowing what I know now in terms of it taking away from the look. Like you can tell it kind of like sticks out quite a bit, and I like the narrowness of the bike. So that's just a visual thing. But I think you have to be honest with yourself and say, well, do I really need crash bars? And I say that because when I went, this guy's telling me there's a cop or something, I think. What does the whirly thing mean? Oh shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I went off-roading and I did way more than I thought I would do in terms of technical stuff, and I was fine. So I think that I don't think I'm going to be, you know, dumping the bike or crashing it that much. And so I may have opted not to get the crash bars. And again, that's knowing what I know now and the difference between the look. So take it for what it's worth. I don't think it's necessary if you're not doing off-roading, adventurous, like serious adventurous type stuff. I think if you're just going to do fire roads and kind of just, you know, putz along off-road, I think you're fine. What the hell is this? So that's my 2 cents on the crash bars. Now, in terms of what type of crash bars, I'm pretty happy with SW Motec. I've seen other ones. I don't think they look as good. They're also kind of low, which I like. The skid plate or the bash plate, I do think you do need to get an upgraded version. There's a lot of them out there that are available. So I like the burliness of this SW Motec. I know there's some other ones that are quite ugly, and there's other ones that are way better looking, I'm gonna say. But I think this is a good price point in terms of what you get and the burliness of it. We're gonna have to go around this shop. What is going on? Here we go. Whoa, that's a nice little Type R. I kind of just want to turn around. I guess the whirly means it's an accident? The rear rack mount, I think I got the best looking one out there. It's SW Motec. It's nice and slick and flat, so I recommend that. Oh, the other big thing is the seat. I got the lowered seat, lowered comfort seat, and in hindsight, I don't think I needed to get it. I think I would have gotten just used to the seat height, and I want to say it's more comfortable when riding, because the lower seat height kind of makes me bend my knees too much, and I don't have the greatest knees, so it kind of hurts. So I recommend not getting the lowered seat unless you're super short. I'm 5'8" with a 30-inch inseam, so I'm gonna say that I'm relatively short. Yeah, fucking idiot. I feel like I don't know. I'm in the fucking lane. So I recommend against the lower seat. And what, interestingly enough, the person I bought the lower seat from, you know, I think felt the exact same way. He bought it, tried it, and said he didn't like it, and then he put it on Craigslist, and I bought it from him. At first, I was like, "This is awesome," because I can, you know, put my feet down. I don't feel like I'm like tippy-toeing. But now most of my riding is, you know, on the road, and I'm sitting down quite a bit. My knees kind of feel like they ache. I gotta turn around. This is fucking bullshit. So now, if I do go off-road and I do have to dab or put my feet down or whatever, I might enjoy the lower seat height. But again, the whole point, or not again, I should say, but I don't think I'm going to be doing gnarly off-roading stuff. I don't think. So with all that being said, here we go. This is near accident. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm in neutral too. So what is going on? Alright, so there's some mods that I did that I'm pretty happy with. Some mods that I don't think I needed to do in hindsight. The fake vent delete, I don't think it's necessary. So it was just something kind of to do and interesting at the time. I was motivated to do something, so I don't think you need to do that. I do think that you should remove the or relocate the turn signal socks. I do believe in that. So that's highly recommended. I'm turning around here. Now, if you do what I did, I would get a brighter LED. There are brighter LEDs on Amazon, so I'd recommend that highly. Mine are definitely too dim. The reason I went with the ones I went with they were cheap, and they kind of were, it was like smoked out. The lens was smoked, so it looked kind of cool. But I don't think that's necessary. I actually think that's like a silver type looking one or a brighter one would actually fit the headlight a little bit better. Man, look how slow these people are going. Holy crap. The windshield or windscreen, I don't think you need to upgrade it or get an attachment or anything like that. And again, that's super subjective. I have a dirt biking helmet with a lot of ventilation, so it doesn't bother me at all. I suppose if you're taller and there's a lot of buffeting, then by all means get one, but I don't think it's necessary. And I actually think this one looks the best out of all the ones that are available. Again, I kind of try to strike a balance between how the bike looks, or what things look good on the bike, and its functionality. I removed the passenger pegs on the bike. I think they stick out way too much. They kind of get in the way when you're maneuvering the bike, both while on the bike and off to the side. So unless you're taking passengers, I say remove them. I do want to plug them somehow, the bolt holes, but I haven't done that yet. Alright, so let me go back to kind of like standard stuff about the bike. The brakes, I think the brakes could be stronger. I think they have good feel, but they're not like the rear brake doesn't bite quite as much as I would like it to brake. And maybe that's, I don't know, maybe these are things that are relevant on off-roading, but I kind of think that the both brakes should bite a little bit more aggressive. Let's see. Oh, in terms of servicing the bike is pretty simple to service. I'd recommend servicing the bike yourself. The only negative is that you get the little service light that you can't remove. When we talk about the I don't know, ownership experience, I do like having a bike that not a lot of people have. You don't see it around that much. That's kind of cool. There's kind of like a factor to that. I think it handles extremely well both on the road and off-road. If you've seen my other videos where I did go off-road or I've almost dropped the bike, it's always done exactly what I would hope it would do. Especially when I was close to dumping the bike, it handled really well. And oh shit, this is closed. All right, okay. Did not know that. So, and I say that because instinctually, because I didn't have time, I do what I do on my mountain bike, and it basically did the exact same thing that my mountain bike does in terms of its maneuvering under those kind of extreme situations. And I didn't think it would do that in hindsight. At the time I was like, holy shit, it just did that. But if you told me, hey, can you do this maneuver on this, I don't know, how much is this, 450 pound bike, I would probably say no. And I think that's what I noticed also with experienced riders. When you watch them on YouTube doing off-road things, they're handling the bike like a dirt bike, like a lightweight dirt bike. And I think that's what you have to do. You have to almost commit to that. And it's a little bit heavier, but you just do it. And I think when you're apprehensive or you don't think it's going to do something because it's a heavy bike or you're not used to that level of weight, that's when you kind of just dump it. So I want to kind of test that theory next time I go off-roading. Just kind of throw caution to the wind and just kind of ride it like I would ride a dirt bike or my mountain bike and just see what it does. Because I have a feeling it's going to just perform really well. I think tire pressure is really key when you do that, when you go off-road. You want to keep it pretty low. Because I think that's going to translate well to having it perform how you expect it to perform. In terms of gas mileage and fuel economy, I would show you that, but I don't even know the menus to tell you where that is. But it's, I don't know. What does it matter unless you're commuting? And then even then, do you really like worry about it? What else is there? I haven't actually washed this bike since getting it. I hosed it down after I went through some mud. Had to clean the chain. I have a service video on that. going back to just the ownership experience, it's good. I mean, I don't regret buying the bike. At all, and I don't regret getting or not getting something else. Like, I don't regret not getting the T7, which was the other bike I was looking at. I'm fine with paying a little bit extra for this bike because of all its features, even though I haven't used any of them. But I like the fact it's kind of like Italian and one step above, or several steps above, the Japanese bike. Yeah, so anyways, let's talk about what I plan on doing. If I get enough motivation, I'm thinking about getting the full exhaust Cat Delete system from Aprilia. They have a titanium one that looks really cool. Again, I'm mostly going with the look. The brand name is good, I guess, but I think it looks the best. The silencer was available through AF1 Racing a few months back, but then now it's out of stock. And then the pipes are like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that, so I'm just gonna wait till they're available, and then if I have the motivation, enough money, I might get it. Oh man, I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions, then feel free to comment. YouTube's not great about notifying me about comments, so give me a couple days. I try to check it at least once a day. So ask away. I'm happy to answer every comment. I won't respond to every comment or mention or say anything on every comment. I used to do that, but I realized, I don't know, what's the point? It's not like I'm like, I have a channel where I'm like, whatever, trying to build and monetize. I've also given up on the thought that somehow magically I'd get 1,000 subscribers and whatever 2,000 hours of, is it 2,000? 4,000 hours of viewing, and then I would, start monetizing the channel. So yeah, I gave up that hope a long time ago. Not that I had it, but I was like kind of secretly hoping that it would just take off and be awesome. The reason I mentioned this is because I'm like, I don't give a shit about my tone anymore on my responses to some of the comments, because it's fucking annoying. There's some retarded people out there. And if they comment and say something stupid, fuck, I'm gonna tell them. It was kind of annoying having to be so polite and be like, oh, I think I kind of understand what the fuck you're saying. Let me try to be nice about my response. I don't know, something's stupid. Stupid people need to be told they're fucking stupid. Or I'll just delete your comment. That's the other thing I do, is I censor all the comments. If I don't like it, I'll just fucking delete it. Alright, I think that's all I got for you guys. If I think of something, I'll clip it in.